Uh, I just want to get some pass about this global climate change, global warming crap that's going around, and what they're going to do to this country if we don't do something to tell them that is not our priority, because they're slowly, what they're doing, it does not make sense. They cannot change the weather. We are not God here. We are human beings. The United States wants to fight climate change or global warming because they don't want to use the word anymore, while all these other third world countries continue polluting. How is that going to work? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. If we're the only ones doing it, going to all electric, which doesn't make sense because our grid will not be able to handle it. The thing they should have done first of all is make sure we still have oil, gas to offset until they fix the grid. Because if they don't fix the grid and they put all this shit piling on top of the grid will not be able to handle it. You see what I'm saying? Common sense, people. The more stuff you put on the grid, the less the grid will be able to handle it. The first thing that's got to be upgraded is the electrical grid. Period. You can't keep hooking up all this stuff on the electrical grid and not having any effect on it. You know? It's crazy. This stuff is crazy. It's lunatic. They're lunatics. You know? They're spending all our income on stuff that won't be able to be, how do I use, what word am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? It won't be able to be maintained because there'll be too much shit on the grid. The grid is old. It's decrepit. It has to be updated first. You can't just throw all this shit in there and expect the grid to handle it. These extremists, okay, are bringing down this country so fast. It's unbelievable. And unless we get together in November, I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, you have to get the extremists out of there because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? We are the country that is doing more for climate change than any other country. We are doing our part. It's the other countries that got to start doing their part. You don't hear that, though. It's all us. It's all us. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? The grid comes first. The grid comes first. The grid comes first. Wow. I didn't go to college. I didn't get a degree. And even I know that the grid comes first because the grid can't handle it. And of course, they don't tell you this though, but you need coal and oil to power, guess what? The grid. Coal and oil is what powers the grid. All these electric cars, they just store the power that is generated by oil and coal, people. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. See ya.